Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time this reach you, I greet you. Let me take it back, man. Forgive me to anybody that watched the first video that didn't have no sound. I'm so sorry. Like, I am so sorry. Like, can you please forgive me? I'm sorry I asked you to watch my channel and then I put out a video that the sound keeps jumping in and out on. That's my fault. I swear for Lord, that is my fault, and I am going to do better at doing better if you get what I'm saying. But with that being said, right, y'all already know this a day with me and EJ. Here go EJ, chilling as usual. Let me put her picture in picture so y'all will be able to watch her while I give y'all this little spiel I got for y'all. Now, there are 4 things in this world that I don't really want to talk about with nobody at no point in time, and I don't really care how you take it. I'm going to give you the 4, and then I'm going to break them down with the points that I have for why I don't want to talk about them. The first one is race. The second one is politics. Number 3 is sports. And number 4, and most importantly, is religion. You want some coffee? Let me tell you why I don't talk about them 4 things. And it's simple, actually. The reason why I don't talk about race, politics, sports, and religion is because I don't want to argue with you. I kind of could end the video right there, huh? Just, I don't want to argue with you. Like, really, in real life, I don't want to argue with you about none of that. And those 4 topics right there, people argue over, people kill over, people die over, and most importantly, and without it being said, people go to jail over them things. And I definitely ain't doing nothing that can send me back to jail. Do you want to come? Number 1, race. I don't talk about race because I'm trying to get rich. I want to be somebody in life. And trying to be somebody in life, I'm going to need all the ethnicities to be a part of what I got going on. So no, I don't believe in racism at any point in time because I can't get nowhere without all of the races. I need them all. If they start another one, please, I want to be a part of it. Let me in, right? Can I be honorary, right? I might not be an official member of your race, but let me be an honorary member for, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my existence. Like, I don't really want to be on none of the other stuff, but just let me be a part of what y'all got going on. Like, I'll be white, I'll be Mexican, I'll be African American, I'll be black, I'll be green, blue, red, pink, orange, white, whatever color you come up with, I want to be a part of it, right? I don't talk about them things, man. People die over that, and I ain't got time for it. People go to jail over that. I don't have time for it. And most importantly, people want to argue with you about their opinion on it. I can't argue with you about your opinion. It's pointless. It's not going to get me nowhere, and it ain't going to get me nothing on the front end or the back end, so I'm not doing it. You just got to kind of let that go. Like, we just kind of got to let that go. I mean, really, like, look me in my face. Like, we really have to let that go. Do you completely understand where I'm coming from? I'd rather talk about EJ. EJ, how you doing, sweetheart? You look amazing in your little dress sleeping. You was asleep for the first video too, but you really sleep now. I'm talking about I am going to take you and run you to death when this is over with. You like my socks? Now with that being said, let's move on to number 2. I don't talk about politics. Not at all. 1, because I ain't got no money. And you got to have some money to be a part of that. All right? You have to. And number 2, and I mean this, I don't want nobody to take this personal, and I don't want nobody to shoot me in my foot. I don't want nobody to have a problem with me or none of that. But black men make up the lowest percentage in the voting registry. Black men don't vote. Right? I ain't saying that all of them don't vote, but if you look at the percentages that they give out, unless they lying to us about the percentages, Black men don't vote. I haven't voted. I don't vote. And on top of that, I am a 2-time convicted felon. I ain't even thought about voting because I went to jail right around the time I was supposed to vote in the first place. So I just kind of let it go. You never miss something you never had, if you ever heard the saying. I don't talk about politics. I don't care who the president is. I don't care who my state representative is. I don't care who the vice president is. On down to the dude that do parking at the state building. I don't care. I kind of stay away from that, and I'm going to stay away from it because I don't want no parts of that. Leave me out of your political debates. Everybody want to politically debate. You want to talk about politics. Oh yeah, this person did this person did that, this person did this. You didn't do it, so why are you talking about it? And if you're not going to do the proper things that it takes to change it, then ain't no reason to have a discussion. Do you hear me? Right, let's go back up top. Do you hear me? Don't talk to me about that. I don't care. Nothing personal. Right. I don't want to argue with you. Definitely don't want to fight with you. No rumbling coming from me at all. I don't want it. I just be with my EJ. You see my little baby? Yeah, that's who I be with. Right? She is who I be with more than anybody else. It's my little baby. But that being what it is, I don't want to talk about no politics. Don't bring it up, man. I don't have a political agenda. I don't even have a political opinion. Now, if I could figure out how to get some millions of dollars, I ain't got no thousands. If I could figure out how to get some millions, then I might have a political idea. Because it's going to be with the taxes. I'm going to be wondering why they taking so much of my money. And then I'm going to want to talk about that, and I'm going to talk to people who can help me change that type of situation. But until I'm in that type of pay grade, until I'm on that level where being political makes sense to my life in real life, I'm going to stay out of it. End of discussion. I mean that from the bottom of my being. End of discussion. Number 3, sports. This one should be simple. I don't have a favorite team, none of that, because I have no interest in watching a bunch of men do anything. Don't ask me what my favorite football team is. I don't watch football. Don't ask me what my favorite basketball team is. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch none of that stuff because I've been to prison. And I'm not saying that going to prison is the reason why I don't watch sports. No. I'm saying going to prison is the reason why I don't want to see a bunch of men doing anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I watch. I will watch. I don't watch, but I will watch a women's sport, right? Women's track and field, women's volleyball, women's softball. I'm partial to the lingerie bowl, but I'm not watching it for the sport. I'm just watching it for the women. I'll be honest with you. Ain't no reason to me lying to you. I don't have no reason to lie, nor do I even care how you feel about it, so I definitely don't have a reason to lie. I'm going to give you the complete truth coming straight from me. This is my thought. This is my opinion on why I don't get involved in those type of matters, and that's just what it's going to be. It ain't going to be nothing else. It could be something if you want it to be something, but it's not. Look at EJ. EJ is unconcerned with race, politics, and sports. And that brings me, no, let's go back to sports for a minute. Everybody got their own, everybody want to speak on sports. And everybody got the best team and this, that, and the third. Man, I don't care. I'm not involved in it. I get nothing from it. I don't have team spirit or anything like that because I have my own team and I'm trying to get my team a championship. That's the only sport I'm concerned with, getting my team a championship. And my championship ring would look like a RV with all the amenities, internet and all of that. So when we out in the middle of nowhere, I could pop in and drop a video and show y'all where we at and what we got going on. Did I ask you, did you want some coffee? And then men get mad at you. Oh man, you don't know nothing about sports, that's unmanly. Bro, you know too much about a whole bunch of men. That's suspect if you ask me, but I ain't getting in that. I ain't getting in there, and I ain't gonna talk to you about it because just like race, just like politics, sports will get you killed. Sports will get you put in jail, and I've seen so many fights in prison about sports that didn't have nothing to do with the two people that was fighting, that I just kind of stay away from it, and I'm gonna stay away from it forever. And definitely playing sports that get you sent to jail, because if your attitude ain't right, you would do something you ain't got no business doing, and then there go that door. It's revolving, man. It'll spin you in, let you out, and spin you right back in just as fast. I don't really talk about being in jail because I don't want to talk about that, man. It's so depressing. Who want to talk about being locked up? That's why I'm not in the race, right? Because when I was in jail, man, I wasn't on the separatism stuff, right? That's why I'm not in politics, because none of the laws that were ever made helped me in any type of way. Not in the sports, because if you foul me too hard, I'll fight you. Beginning, end of story. Now let's move on to the last one. This one tender in my heart, because if you know it or not, I was married before. I know I shouldn't say this, but I was. I was married before. I was married to an ordained minister for one of the biggest churches in St. Louis. It was my fault. I was the devil. She divorced me. It was my fault. I was the devil. I'll tell y'all that story later if y'all really want to know about it, but I give it to you like this. Being married to her, I got to see the inner workings of the church in a way that most people never get to see them, because I was behind the scenes. And it turned me off to religion. I was already kind of turned off to religion, but I was just kind of in it because you got to be with that, whatever your mate with, you just kind of got to be with it. So I was with it. And while I was in prison, I did all the research on all the religions and all of that, and none of it really made any sense to me. Nobody know what God looked like. Nobody know what God is. Nobody know what God did, or none of that. They just have an idea that they formulated in their mind, and they gonna run with it, and I'm gonna let them. Do you hear me? I got friends that's Muslims. I have friends that's Christians. I have friends that are Jewish. I have friends that are Buddhists, and so on and so forth. I have friends who believe in Kemet. If you don't know what Kemet is, just look it up. Right? Don't get me to talking about that, because I don't want to. I died before. I didn't see what was on the other side. I heard so many people talking about what they done had, what they been through, and dying, and they seen God, and this, that, and the third, but none of the stories ever match. Why they don't match? Why none of the stories match? It kind of throw me off, right? And I'm not arguing with you about that at all. Another thing, man, so many people that died over religion. So many people that went to jail over religion. Whew, so many wars have been fought over religion, and I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I ain't even gonna ask you. I am trying to stay out of trouble. So I'm not arguing with you over religion. The next person that tell me Jesus love me, I'm gonna tell them the same thing I always tell people when they tell me that Jesus love me. How you know? Did you talk to him? Did you talk to him? Did he tell you verbatim that he loved me? And if he did, can you do me a favor? And can you have him reach out and get in contact with me? Because I have been trying to get in contact with my mama and my daddy and my grandmother and my grandfather for the longest. And nobody seems to be answering the phone. Like in real life. I be calling. Nobody seems to answer the phone. So if you talk to him and he told you that he loved me, can you tell him to call me so I can, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to relay a message so I can ask my mama, am I doing all right? Because I really want to crash out if you let me tell it. I am used to getting in trouble and being on all the nonsense and negativity in the world by having EJ. High energy. She keep me out of trouble. Do you like the socks? Check the Ed & Jane socks out. Let me give you the complete view of them. Let me spin it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Get you a pair, man. They all for sale. Just send me a message. I got you covered. Now, with that being said, them the 4 things that I don't talk about. Don't ask me about race, because I don't care about it. I don't see color. I see people. I don't care what color you are. If you ain't a good person, I don't like you. It's ugly people in every ethnicity. Alright. I ain't talking to you about politics because I don't believe in that. Don't do nothing for me. Politics ain't never helped me at all. We not gonna talk about it. If you political, just leave me out of it. I don't want to win none of those debates, and I don't care nothing about it if you get what I'm saying. Not at all. I'm not talking to you about sports because I don't care. I'm not watching a bunch of men do nothing. I don't care what they do, when they do it, where they do it, or how they do it. And that's just what it is. Take it personal, feel how you feel, question my sexuality and all of that. I don't care. But if the lingerie bubble come on, I don't care what team win, they're both winners in my eyes. Yeah, that way. And when you want to talk to me about religion and I walk off, that's just what it is. And I'm going to tell you, just like this video, when you bring up one of those 4 topics where I am concerned or where EJ is concerned, let me pop my baby back in. Let me tell you. If you talk about race, religion, sports, politics, in any order, right, where we are concerned, anywhere where we are concerned, the same thing that's going to happen to this video is going to happen to our conversation. It's going to fade to black. You enjoy your day and be safe.